President Emir Shibajo led National Steering Committee on National Poverty Reduction with Growth Strategy holds maiden meeting. Airlines to refund passengers for delayed flights, say Aviation Minister Hadi Sirika. Customs exceed target, raising more than 1 trillion naira in first half of the year. This is Business Express, reaching you from Abuja. I am Musa Abubakar. Now, Aviation Minister Hadi Sirika says there is much improvement in the sector since the coming in of the President Muhammad Buhari-led administration, with many of the country's airports now operating according to the dictate of the International Civil Aviation Organization's rules. The minister at the weekly executive briefing of the press at the presidential villa Abuja says there is now approval for the civil aviation security personnel to bear arms, including the need to compensate passengers for delays at the airport by national and international carriers.
Been doing all of the energy that President Muhammad Buhari has been pushing into civil aviation, and the money is actually to attend to those things that will make you safe, secure when you depart point A and arrive point B. I am putting this forward so that we understand where we're coming from, and the achievements and the things that we've done are all around this focus.
Now, the Nigerian Customs Service has generated more than 1 trillion naira in the first 6 months of the year, 290 billion naira higher than that what was generated within the same period in 2020. Koleade reports that the service said this feat is as a result of resolve pursuit of what is right and willingness to adapt to changes brought about by global health challenges occasioned by COVID-19.
A positive difference of 290 billion, 204 million, 555,900 naira.
Now, supplementary budget. The House of Assembly representative has passed the 2021 supplementary budget of 982.7 billion naira. The approved amount is 86 billion naira more than what was forwarded by the executive for consideration. We recall that on Tuesday, June 29th, House Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila read the communication from the executive in which it requested the approval of 895.8 billion naira supplementary budget to be expended on procurements for the armed forces and COVID-19, in addition to making available funds for adjustments of wages in the public service.
And FSP. This is to allow the National Assembly sufficient time to perform its important statutory duty of reviewing the framework and strategy paper.
The House during the plenary Thursday also passed the 2021 budget of the Federal Capital Territory, estimated at 329.9 billion naira. Now, there's something about planning for the future that doesn't sit well with a good number of Nigerians. So really, a lot do not want to bother with what happens after they're gone. But then one will ask, which is better, living a lot of chaos when you are gone, or settling it while still around? Wills and Trust is our focus on the program today, and we will discuss that after the break. And now I have with me Dr. Akin Olawole Oluwadaisi, a public speaker and a legal practitioner. You're welcome to Business Express.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, let's begin with wills. What is a will and what is a trust?
Okay. A will is a testamentary document that is prepared by a testator for purposes of distributing his properties to beneficiaries.
Okay.
We also call it an ambulatory document that is subject to change so far the testator is alive. Trust, on the other hand, is also a legal relationship that can be expressed or implied, where someone makes preparation. His name is called settlor in law, and prepares a document for another to take care of his property, manage on his behalf, so that a beneficiary can benefit from that legal relationship.
Okay, which one is paramount when planning for the future?
I would say it depends on the stage at which a person is. It depends on what assets someone has, and then it also will depend on the priority that individual places on. For example, someone that is up to 40 years may start thinking about preparing a will for the beneficiary. Perhaps he already got some children, wives, married already, so we want to think about will. We can also have someone that is very young, at the age of probably 18 or 20, and has properties, has properties, is already a billionaire. He may want to prepare a trust, for example, to take care of some of his properties for the beneficiaries. So it depends actually on the individual. Both they are very important in everybody's life, yes.
Okay, does one have to be a billionaire or millionaire to
You
to
don't
prepare
have
this
to.
thing,
You
okay.
don't have to. So, but of course, it has to do with assets, asset management, and then distribution. So, if you don't have anything, what will you want to give to a beneficiary, or what will you want to give someone to manage?
Okay, I mean, why is it important to settle this issue early, by the way?
It's important because in this part of the world, in Africa and in Nigeria, we see that we get ourselves stressed out because of so many things that we manage when we can actually ask someone else to take care of it for us. And also, it has to do with will. We need to settle it in life because death is a certainty that has no respect for age. Young people can die, old people can die. So as early as possible that once has acquired one or two properties, it's good to make preparation for the beneficiaries of tomorrow when one is no more. So it's not necessarily until when one is 50, 60, 70, because you never can tell when the day will be calling for one to depart. So.
Okay, but why is it not common in our society? It seems like, you know. It's just among few couple of people that have, as you said, billionaires and millionaires. Why is it not common?
Yes, for we, most times it's not common because of the traditional mentality that when you're making a will, you are actually hoping that death will be knocking the next day. So some see wills making as passing of death sentence, which is not so. So a lot of us in Africa, in Nigeria, we shy away from making wills. But in the other part of the world, we see that people make their will as early as possible. So we have to do away with that mentality. One can make a will and 40 years after you are still here. You know, so it's just to take care of eventualities. And when it comes to trust and trust relationship, I can say ignorance is one of the reason for why people are not even aware or don't even do it. Ignorance, and it's killing people because a lot of people are dying on daily basis as a result of stress of managing even their properties, stress of this business, of that business, and stress of even other people's care that they can put in charge of certain trustees that can take care of that, you know, for them. So if enlightenment like of this nature is done on a regular basis, people will see the need to create trust relationship, do trust deed, and then get themselves off a lot of burden of managing this asset, managing that asset, taking care of this beneficiary, and so on and so forth.
Okay, there are situations whereby you see when someone dies, his next of kin coming to claim, you know. Does the law provide for such, you know, situation?
The provisions of the Administration of Estate Law and the Administration of Estate Act actually takes care of certain protocols and persons who are entitled by law to claim. Like I also said, in this part of the world, sometimes when we misunderstand a concept, we tend to abuse it. Next of kin is just something that is necessary, but does not really mean that a next of kin should be entitled or is entitled to one's property after death. By law, looking at the administration of estate law and act, when a man who is married dies, the law says his existing spouse should take over. So whether or not there is next of kin who is not even a member of the family, the law says the existing spouse should take over. So next of kin will only be there to probably sign one or two papers where he has been made next of kin. But it's not automatic that a next of kin should or by law will inherit the person's property. So these are the issues why people just confuse next of kin for someone who is entitled to the property.
Okay, why then there's a high level of aversiveness among members of the public when these issues come up?
Like I earlier mentioned, ignorance is there. Also, we also see the fact that even in the court and in the judicial system, in the legal profession, the jurisprudence of the law and court on issues of trust in this part of the country and Nigeria is not compared to issues of commerce, issues of constitutional law. You find little cases going to court when it comes to these things. So there's a low level of awareness and there's a low level of development of trust law, trust relationship and issues in Nigeria. Perhaps because we probably don't want other people to manage our property for us, or we feel like we have to do all that by ourselves. So that's one of the issues. We in the legal profession needs to develop that aspect of trust and then that of wills, you know, because of our disposition to it. You know, so this is one of the reasons.
Now, do wills and trusts come into contention?
Sir?
Do wills and trusts come into contention?
Yes, they do. They do. For example, wills, most importantly, do come into contentions in court, most especially where the beneficiaries tends to doubt the mind and the making of the will by the testator, where they try to contest the disposition of his property, that probably the man was sick, the man didn't know what he was doing, for giving this property to this man, for giving that property. So most often you see beneficiaries, dependents on such testator, contesting the will in court when such a person is no more. And for trust too, a lot of contests in court. There are so many cases where trust relationship had come to court, contested in court of law. Most especially the English, under the English system. So depending on the way a trust deed is drafted, the terms of the trust deed and trust declaration are that of the will. You know, you often find in situations where beneficiaries or parties or interested parties, we want to contest these documents or this will or trust.
And now, what advice would you give to most people out there that don't actually know about this particular aspect of will and trust?
Yeah, my advice would be that we should think about the future and not about now. If you think about the future, even when you are no more, like you want to leave a legacy. And one of the foremost and most respected legal practitioner in this country of late is who I respect so much and who had given us a legacy in the legal profession to follow, and for the old Nigerians, late Chief Gani Fawayimi. I like to read his will almost every time. Till today, Nigerian Weekly Law Report is a legacy of that man. Nigerian Weekly Law Report being a firm that is established, is still ongoing, is still paying school fees for somebody, is still paying certain salaries, is still even making some donations to court. This is after years that the man is no more, courtesy of a will that he made. And everyone that is benefiting now, we keep blessing the man for making his will. Same thing for trust relationship or for trust declaration. When you do it, you relieve yourself for so many stresses. So I will advise Nigerians to think about this, especially the rich men in country, those who die out of heart attack, those who die of stress, of managing this, managing that. They can create trust relationship, allow trustees to take over, and then they take the back seat and relax.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Akin Olawale Oludaisin, public speaker and legal practitioner.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming to share it.
Thank you for having me. It's a privilege.
Now moving on, Nigeria's oil output hits 5-month low at 1.48 million barrels per day. Let's take a trip to the commodities market. Now, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has released supervisory framework for payment service banks, PSB. The framework, among other things, empowered the PSB operators to sell foreign currencies to authorized foreign exchange dealers. The CBN framework also authorized the PSBs to accept deposits from individuals and small businesses, which shall be covered by the Deposit Insurance Scheme, carry out payments and remittances, including inbound cross-border personal remittances, services through various channels within Nigeria. Operators are expected to leverage on technology to provide services that will be easily accessed by the unbanked population and those who are in hard-to-reach areas of the country. The CBN said PSBs are to operate mostly in the rural areas and unbanked locations, targeting financially excluded persons with no less than 25% financial service touch points in such rural areas as defined by the CBN from time to time. Now, the Economic Community of West Africa states ECOWAS has expressed concerns over the use of cryptocurrency in the sub-region, calling attention to the potential risk associated with the asset class. The ECOWAS Parliament, after a meeting of its joint committee in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, stated that there is a cause for concern with regards to the risk factors involved with cryptocurrencies. Several cryptocurrency experts and resource personnel were present at the meeting. Member nations stated that the Bitcoin's decline in recent months was a reminder that cryptocurrencies are not safe haven assets. Let's take a pause to see how the Naira is faring alongside other major currencies. Now to capital market. Profit taking continues to drag down stocks in the Nigerian market, and this Friday by 1.24%. The all-share index closed at 37,994.19 points. Volume of trades 241 million. Shares value at 2.7 billion naira in 3,819 deals. Equity capitalization also dropped to 19.795 trillion naira. GTCO, Courtville and Chams PLC were the most active stocks. Global market update is next with Bosidi Abel.
Hello, it's the Global Market Review. The Delta variant COVID-19 virus has continued to be a major global concern. In Europe, the travel sector has been hit hard by COVID restrictions, but news on Thursday said that the UK is easing some of the quarantine rules and supporting the sector in early Friday trading. European stocks traded higher on Friday morning despite a global sell-off on concerns about the economic recovery. DAX topped 0.72%, FTSE 0.73% at 7,082.01, and CAC 40 topped 1.63% to 6,501.36. On Friday, shares in Asia Pacific fell on renewed COVID concerns in the region. Nikkei fell 0.63% to close 27,940.42. Shanghai Composite dipped fractionally at 0.04% to 3,524.909, while the Hang Seng Index topped 0.7% to close 27,344.54 as at its final hour of trading. U.S. stock futures were mostly higher in early trading Friday after the major indices fell on Thursday. As figures continued to come in on Friday, futures on the Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 146 points. S&P 500 futures bounced by 0.2% and the Nasdaq 100 futures were slightly lower. While in Africa, stocks are mostly positive, with the Nairobi's all-share posting 0.48%, South Africa's JSE Africa Top 40 was 1.67%, and Namibia's overall index topped 0.48%, while Ghana's GSE Composite has been maintaining previous figures as at Friday. Tunisia's Tunidex dipped 0.26%. That's the global market review. I am Bossede Able.
Thank you, Bossede. That wraps this edition of Business Express. Remember to keep in touch with us, so do send in your comments, observations, and suggestions. Also be informed that all previous episodes are available on YouTube on the NTA's channel. Business Express returns Monday at 3 p.m. Be safe out there. I am Musa Abubakar. Enjoy the weekend.
NTA, you can't beat the reach.
Everything is architected and designed by the Almighty.
Someone who is a Christian is someone who lives a life of Jesus Christ. And the life of Jesus Christ is a life of sacrifice.
Yes.
This vaccine is safe and it has been certified safe and usable by NAFTA.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Freeview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
This is the Net
network service of the NTA.
Sugar, please, sure boy, the armed robber is in the apartment as I'm speaking to you right now.
Best way to go. It's very easy. You can also be the proud owner of an estate. All you need to do is submit the CFO of a house you already own, and you're on the right path to becoming the proud owner of an estate.
Can Audrey here come pick the CFO of this house tomorrow?
Shege, this house belongs to your uncle.
I like this man. He thinks like a billionaire.
Sure boy, shut up there.
You don't talk to the commissioner like that.
And young lady, you don't talk to my boyfriend like that.
Audrey, let me tell you something. The next time you come to this house, don't ask for any other person other than sweet sugar. Really? Right. You know why? Because every other person in this house is a ghost. They don't exist. Don't mind them. Forget about them, yeah?
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, interesting for you. See, as a matter of fact, I'm going to get you like 3 bottles of wine.
Really?
Yes, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 at night. Like a love doctor.
What are you doing here?
I came to see the landlord of this house.
And why didn't you go straight to his apartment?
Because he asked me to come here.
I can see you all are getting along well. That's
yes,
good.
Raymond is such a greatest. For this man, I don't even know what to say about him. Can I have the documents now?
Well, I was hoping that we have our scheduled drinks today and afterwards go to my uncle's house and pick the documents. I already spoke with him.
That's a setback. You know the commissioner doesn't even like disappointments. But don't worry. I'll talk to him myself.
What about the drinks?
No. Business before pleasure. Not pleasure before work. I would like to take my leave now.
All right, thanks.
Thank you for taking my wine.
That's okay. You well, sir?
How do you mean?
You really want to give the CFO of this apartment to Showboy?
Well, the last time I checked, Showboy is the commissioner. And we're at this dinner where the governor and the high and mighty of the state were present. Listen, guys, Showboy is giving us an opportunity of a lifetime. And we should take advantage of it. Or is there something I'm missing out here?
Yes, now you're getting my point. See, Shege, you don't risk everything when it comes to Showboy. Not especially when he sent this destiny killer to come and collect some documents from you. Shege, read between the lines, man.
You hear that? Destiny killer. Shege, leave that girl for me. Let her kill this destiny. Let her kill it.
You don't Chris. You are so.
You know what? You guys, you know what? Drag it with your cousin. You guys should fix up your lives.
Shege, you are the one that needs to fix your life.
Leave that girl for me. Leave that game. When I carry wine come, I don't tell me anything. I won't come to wine me now.
If you not shut up for that, I go slap you into your future. Oh, come get up.
So you want to do wine? You.
This one when this girl don't put her
go
mouth.
purge you. You drink her first. If you don't purge you, man.
Me drink what it, mommy water drink, man. Now go drink.
I'm out. They carry the bottle. They go.
If you go drink this one, die. Leave the bottle for me.
Get out! So you're not distillery company now, me? You dey distill.
Guys, I think we have just been served an eviction notice.
Why would Shege do that?
Not from Shege this time, it's Showboy.
Showboy?
Yes. Apparently, Shege used this apartment in order to get an estate from that Showboy scheme. And for all of the years that I've known Showboy, anything that comes from him is not something you can trust. So if that CFO ends up with Showboy, then we are as good as out of here.
But have you tried talking to him?
There's no way you're going to be able to get Shege's attention right now because Showboy is using that Audrey girl on him.
But he's now the commissioner, so why don't we trust him?
Well, that is the more reason why we need to be careful because as a commissioner, we will not be able to prosecute him because he has a lot of political clout behind him right now.
You have a point. Danjuma, you're not saying anything.
I think I agree with Papa. This whole own your home for just a little. It's too good to be real. From Showboy, we should have our guards up.
So what do we do now?
I have a plan.
Hello, mademoiselle. I knew you were going to come back to see me. Maybe we could do some wine pouring and then dining things together, mademoiselle. All right. Yes, wine it is. El Bele, we go. Let me go get it quickly.
Not again. Oh, hello.
Hi, Audrey. I see you're right on time.
Yeah.
That's good.
Where are the papers? You know, business before pleasure.
How did I know you were going to ask me that exact same question?
The document.
Here you go.
Thank you. We're almost there. I just need you to sign something for me. It's very, very important.
Okay.
Yeah. I need you to sign here and here. Here. I need you to sign here and
Anything more? Yeah?
No.
Okay.
It's fine. Don't worry. It's okay. Thank you. Now we can have the whole pleasure and dine together. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm waiting.
Can I have my wine now?
Why do we do it? Hide, cover up, tone down? Choose boldness. Celebrate the skin you're in and dress with confidence with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion. The triple layered care of deep moisture serum, precious cocoa butter, and vitamin E enriches your skin for 48 hours. It's time to show off your best skin. Wear your skin with pride every time with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion.
Nivea Men Deep Antiperspirant with black carbon formula. 48-hour protection from sweat and bacteria for a deep, clean feeling that lasts. New Nivea Men Deep Antiperspirant. No matter how dirty you get, you still can give 100%. New Nivea Men Deep Shower Gel deeply cleanses your body and hair with clay and black carbon. Nivea Men, it starts with you. Official sponsor of Real Madrid.
Ankara shopping with fried baseball. That one no fine. You know, nice. No, it's too dull. This one. Oh wow, it's beautiful. Momo, this fabric. It won't fade though.
Yeah. Look, make I tell you something. The new area Ankara, it go take good care of it.
No problem. So right.
Not lie, not true.
And the price, cheap.
Try new Ariel on your Ankara and colors now.
Wait. You mean say Shege give her the C of O?
The issue is that Shege carry my girl. The girl again can't take my babe drink. See. Oh, bros, you don't understand this. See, that document not important though. The shop boy must tell me to landlord though. For this house, he must tell me to landlord though.
Koroma, what did they worry yourself? You smoke dry shit. And they ask you question, they come back. I say you see the guy with the documents. That's what I'm asking you.
Not for you. Not for you. Shy, they blind me. I don't know what I see. Real life. But every now they pay me, bros. Now the drink, the girl and the drink.
Hello, Jiggy. Please, an emergency meeting is needed immediately because, Shopbo has the documents.
You don't tell her, say, emergency, what about my babe when she get carry? That was not an emergency.
Shopboy! Shopboy! What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
I should be asking you guys that question. What are you doing in my house?
What do you mean by that? This is my house. Actually, it's my uncle's house. Wait a minute. What do you mean by this is your house?
My friend, you see, you lost ownership to this property the moment you handed me over the C of O.
I said it.
And
I said it.
You also signed the transfer. And listen, look at me. Listen. You signed the transfer of ownership when you signed the documents with Audrey.
I'm sure there's a mix-up somewhere here. You were supposed to give me an estate in exchange for this house. That was the agreement.
You see, the problem with young people of these days is you want to achieve too much in a short while. Listen, young man, you concentrated more on my words and paid less attention to the document you signed.
You guys are Showboy, are you mad? Are you mad? This is my house.
What? listen to me. Hey, pretty boy, listen. You don't need to get mad. You don't need to go all crazy. Listen, if I were in your shoes, I'll probably go...
Hey!
Listen to me. I'll probably go get a lawyer to see how you can battle this in court, instead of ranting and shouting and making noise in my house. Hey, talking about lawyers, actually, here's my lawyer to serve you guys with a quit notice.
Quit what?
Notice.
Mr. Shegu, my client here has the CFO, and you signed it. Next time, make sure you read through documents before appending your signature. Or were you under duress?
Hey! I saw this thing.
Sorry, sir. With all due respect, lawyer, you mean because he signed and handed over the CFO to the young man means he's lost his house?
Yeah, most importantly, when we're in custody of the CFO.
I knew it would come to this. I knew it. Barrister, can you please check the document? Check the address and the name on it.
Where is this leading to?
The document with you is fake. I'm sorry to announce that to you.
Come on, call off his bluff.
Hey, sure boy, whatever you call yourself. Next time you want to dupe someone, be sure like your name. Or when you want to steal other people's properties, make sure you do your homework very well.
Can you please check this document?
I'm afraid you're right. And there's no case.
What? No, I don't get it. Tell these people to leave my house.
Before you go shout, get high blood pressure, eh? You better leave this house now.
Now!
If not, I go turn myself to the freshest commissioner of beating. By the time I beat you finish, you'll be like saying a crowd and I beat you. You hear me so? You see the point? I'm not getting out of this house. You the point
Listen to me.
Your leprosy finger.
Showboy always wins the case. Showboy always comes true. I'll be right back for you guys. Watch it.
You see the talk?
Trust me.
You see the
Watch me.
I can slap you.
Someone please wake me up. That thing just happened right now.
When I tell you, say, now, fly, we know the year one, and they follow dead body enter grave. It is how the joke, abi? You dey believe Showboy? Showboy is a thief!
Why do we do it? Hide, cover up, tone down. Choose boldness. Celebrate the skin you're in and dress with confidence with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion. The triple layered care of deep moisture serum, precious cocoa butter, and vitamin E enriches your skin for 48 hours. It's time to show off your best skin. Wear your skin with pride every time with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion.
You won't go shake your body. Instead, they make it calm down. Eat the farm, say it's happy. You want to grow 6 packs in a day. I beg you not to pass your power. You want to show yourself, oh.
Whatever your size, find it with the new Airtel data plans. Dial *141# now to get the plan that suits you. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Well done, guys. We are glad you are here. Don't be afraid of the quantity. Rich people don't drink wine in large quantities.
Raymond, what's the meaning of this?
No, it's more like a sediment.
Looks like you've worked in the bar before.
Yeah, yeah.
my glass. Thank you, Dad.
You're welcome. Charlie, you want to have this? Charlie, you take wine too.
Yeah.
That's good, though. But you know, see, Shege, you know, say, let's face reality. Now, so you for turn everybody here to homeless citizens on some under the bridge things. I know what you pay me past. Now, say, because of babe, when supposed to be my own, on a normal day, on a normal ground, everywhere soft.
Are you stupid? Will you just shut up already? Why don't you ever use your brain? Which babe?
Forgive his foolishness.
It's very foolish. Very, very foolish.
Okay.
So Danjuma, tell me, how did you pull this off?
Yeah. Big thanks to Rachel. She did most of the work.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Oh, thanks, babe.
When I heard about Audrey, and Raymond here also reported you to me to stay off his babe.
Babe.
And Danjuma told me what was at stake. I'm like, no messing with my man.
But...
No. Hold your breath. Take your wine.
Yes, baby. Take your drink.
But what to Danjigi? You know, in a corporation, I make draw soup, escort fufu enter inside belly. How you go plot this kind of graph, you not tell me? How?
My brother, you know, there are times that draw soup fee carry swallow wey get bone. You choke, you know. I knew your emotions could get the best part of you, so I just had to leave you out of the plan. You know, Rachel just swapped the original document, and that was it.
Oh, that's okay. At least your girl don't know now, say, not be everybody where they pick in teeth, now chop better meat. Because now, so like play. Now, so if we wear this yellow shirt, like person where they advertise Costa, lose this apartment for nothing.
Yeah, I deserve those jobs. Listen, guys, I owe you an apology. I'm sorry.
You know what? Apology accepted, boss.
Are you kidding me right now?
You guys should be careful.
Who is begging you?
Don't mind the guy's foolishness, just leave him to it.
Hi, guys.
Baby!
Haba. Raymond, is that not the wine we are selling?
Yeah. Yes.
So, why are they drinking it? Did they buy it?
No, it's not. It's a confusing shot. See, let me tell you, this is a mysterious thing. It's not like they're really drinking it. But you see that my 50% profits. I just said I should. Oh, you know, let them just sip it round.
Wait a minute, player. What about my 10% profit, man? I got 10 people waiting to buy this stuff, man.
No, come on. We are civilized people. We're educated. We'll work something out.
Oh, we civilized people? We gonna work something out? We gonna work something out, all right? We gonna work something out.
Esiri, since this is the last wine, let's enjoy it together.
Oh, yeah, girl. you get some of this, okay? All right. And let's pour some for the trader.
NTA, you can't beat the rich.
Stress is a normal physical response to an event that makes your nervous system feel threatened at the perception of danger, whether real or imagined, giving your body automatic mobilization process known as the fight, flight, or freeze response. This automobilization response, or stress, is designed to protect your body. When it is working well, it helps you stay focused, energetic, and alert. In an emergency, it spurs you into action to defend yourself. Stress, however, becomes worrisome when it is overwhelming. It can damage your health, your mood, your productivity, relationship, and even your quality of life. Stress is chiefly induced by environmental conditions or stimulus and emotional instability. Work-related stress is the second most commonly reported condition in the self-reported work-related illness. According to research results between 2011 and 2012, an estimated 428,000 workers suffered from work stress. Stress affects different people in different ways, but generally, the chemicals that are released by the body as a result of stress can build up over time and cause various mental and physical symptoms. These include irritability, anger, depression, anxiety, food cravings, lack of appetite, headaches, sleep difficulty, and the list is endless. How one handles one's stress depends on the causes and the symptoms, but it is imperative to note that once the pressure or threat has passed, your stress hormone level will usually return to normal.
Everything is architected and designed by the Almighty.
Someone who is a Christian is someone who lives a life of
Christ.
Jesus Christ. And the life of Jesus Christ is a life of sacrifice.
Yes.
Hello and welcome. It's time for another interesting package of
Everything Music.
Angelina, you dey cool in my temperature. If you call, I go come deliver.
This is Talking Movies.
In times of old, the world was full of wonder.
No!
Stop it! Welcoming you to your weekend for today.
Arise, oh compatriots. It's time to use our voice.
Beyond Six Packs.
Bills.
Pay the bills. Keep paying telephone bills. Pay my bills.
Welcome to Gallery.
Me and my parties.
London for what?
London for medicine.
Medicine for what?
Medicine for coffee.
Are you sickness?
To our illness. Welcome to Gist Zone.
All right, my name is the Eselucien Wego One. Ona nyokoko nyonyo.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on Nationwide today on the network service of the NTA. I am Elizabeth Omori. President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed sadness over the brutal killing of some citizens, including a vigilante leader and village head of Dabna, a village in Dukwaba and Hong local government area of Adamawa State. In a statement, the president directed respective agencies under the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development to immediately assess losses in the community and send support. Meanwhile, President Buhari has raised a high-powered delegation to visit the community to convey his sympathies to the families of the victims and the government of Adamawa State. Authorities of Nuhu Bamali Polytechnic Zaria say 9 students have been released after 4 weeks of abduction from the institution. The students have also been reunited with their families. 6 of the students in Kaduna and remaining 3 in Zaria. The school authority confirmed abductors released the students early Friday morning around 7 Brennan axis of Igabi, local government area of the states. The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency says Nigeria's white poliovirus free status is not under threat as there has been no case of white poliovirus isolated anywhere in the country since Nigeria was certified free since 2020. This is against the rumor of an outbreak of a new polio variant in some states. The agency says that 22 cases of acute flaccid paralysis spread across 7 states, Borno, Jigawa, Kano, Kebbi, Sokoto, Yobe and Zamfara, are non-white polioviruses which has been misconstrued as a new poliovirus. The agency assures Nigerians that it will continue to partner with relevant bodies to conduct surveillance and vaccination campaigns in order to prevent and contain any possible importation of the white polio virus. Still talking health, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control has confirmed and detected a case of the COVID-19 Delta variant in Nigeria. A statement by the head of communications, NCDC, Dr. Yaya Disu, says the variant was detected in a traveler to Nigeria following the routine travel test required of all international travelers and genomic sequencing at the NCDC National Reference Laboratory in Abuja. The Delta variant is recognized by the World Health Organization as a variant of serious concern due to its increased transmissibility, which has so far been detected in over 90 countries, expected to spread to more countries. The NCDC is urging Nigerians to ensure strict adherence to public health and social measures and get vaccinated as the COVID-19 vaccine is safe. And to throw more light on Nigeria's commitment in curtailing the COVID-19 Delta variant, we're now joined by Zoom Dr. Chinenye Uchu, the Director of Prevention Programs, Knowledge Management Department, Nigeria Center for Disease Control. Dr. Chinwe, it's nice to have you join us on the news.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, looking at the proactive steps in detecting the COVID-19 Delta variant, how best do we guide against any slip into the homes and environment?
Yes, thank you. I think this has underscored the importance of routine screening of travelers into the country and also the importance of continuing adherence to the non-pharmaceutical interventions by every Nigerian. We were able to detect this case because of the routine screening that we do for all travelers that are coming into the country. But like you rightly pointed out, we need to be able to keep ourselves safe and to ensure that this does not spread and cause the kind of devastating effects that we have witnessed in other countries of the world. So the non-pharmaceutical interventions are still key in containing and controlling the spread of any variant of the SARS-CoV-2 virus. Ensuring that people continue to wear their face masks in public spaces and places and wash their hands frequently with soap under running water, avoiding large gatherings, and ensuring that all those protocols of wiping surfaces frequently are adhered to. And of course, vaccination, that people get vaccinated and with all these issues of false information, rumors about the vaccine, we have to guard against this and make sure that Nigerians are vaccinated as soon as possible. Our target is to achieve up to 60% or more vaccination of the population so that we can attain that herd immunity that will ensure that nobody gets infected again. So this is what we are doing, and this is our call to all Nigerians. There is no need to panic, but there is every need for us to adhere to prescribed preventive protocols.
All right, Dr. Chinwe, the cases of COVID-19 in the past few days slightly increased. Could this be associated to public neglect of protocols?
Sorry, I think your voice broke at a point. Can you come again with your question?
All right, I said the cases of COVID-19 in the past few days slightly increased. Could this be associated to public neglect of safety protocols?
Well, that has been the observation that each time the public failed to adhere to prescribed protocols, the numbers begin to rise. COVID-19 is a highly infectious disease, and the virus is spread from person to person through droplets from the respiratory tract. So once the person that is infected with the virus comes in contact with another who is not infected and is not well protected, is not masked up, the tendency to transfer that virus from the infected to the non-infected is there. So increasing number of cases have been associated with flagrant disregard for COVID-19 protocols.
All right, Dr. Chinwe Ocho, Director of Prevention Programs and Knowledge Management Department, Nigerian Center for Disease Control. Thank you so much for your contributions on Nationwide today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The disagreement over what should constitute hazard allowances of junior and senior health workers will continue to linger. This is as a result of the inability of union leaders to harmonize their submissions and agree on fixed amounts for considerations by the federal government. Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, expressed disappointment over the development after the latest meeting between the Presidential Committee on Salaries and the Health Workers Unions. Joseph Watson reports.
Discussion between the Presidential Committee on Salaries over upward review of hazard allowance for health workers have been on for over 3 months.
If before it was eroded that everybody who is working in the hospital should get the same hazard allowance, we want to point out very clearly that the risks are not the same.
We have always emphasized on the issue of equity, not equality.
Though the federal government has moved up from the 5% monthly hazard allowance paid health workers in Nigeria with an offer of 350% for junior and 600% for senior workers, the Nigerian Medical Association and the Joint Health Sector Union are having varying submissions and are struggling to shift grounds. The latest engagement has also ended in a deadlock.
The proposals they have submitted differ and they are not able to harmonize down. We also will take both positions back to Presidential Salaries Committee and look at it with salaries, incomes and wages, and then we can then take a government position.
On the threat of strike by both unions, the minister says he has called on them to obey labor laws and withdraw the idea. The federal government has proposed a sum of 37 billion naira for monthly hazard allowance for health workers. But the two unions are finding it difficult to agree on what should be the share of the senior and junior. In Abuja, Joseph Utsen, NTA News.
You're watching Nationwide on NTA. Time now to head to Lagos, where Michael is standing by with some reports for us. Hello, Michael.
Elizabeth, the Customs Strike Force Team Zone A has reinvented its anti-smuggling drive by intercepting goods right within the seaports once import manifest revealed that they are contraband. The coordinator of the team, Amodu Shuaibu, said this while briefing the media. It is an unusual seizure. 4 containers loaded with unprocessed logs of wood of different sizes. The value of the timbers, which is above 900 million naira, were intercepted en route via Papa Port for contravening extant law, placing a ban on wood on the forest list.
This is unwholesome. They should have a change of mind so that together with them, we will build a viral, strong and dynamic economy.
The Customs Strike Force Team Zone A has enjoined intelligence support and knowledge-based surveillance in its anti-smuggling operations, and this led to the interception of another container filled with 550 cartons of footwears, apart from the 1,709 bags of foreign rice seized in a single month. These formed parts of the 86 seizures made between January and June, with duty-paid value of close to 1.7 billion naira.
If they are contraband, we seize at the port and forward same to them. In this connection, for the past 2 weeks, we have been able to seize 2 containers carrying what? Synthetic carpet grass. It's prohibited.
Within the period under review, the Customs Strike Force team did not just raise demand notices in the region of 1.9 billion naira, but there is a reorientation of business owners on the need to comply with regulations on importation. Port authorities and regulators are restoring sanity within the Tinkan Island corridor with the removal of shanties and structures constituting security threats and impeding on the ease of doing business. Sporadic shooting within the Tinkan Island port last Saturday was the height of prevailing insecurity within the corridor. The situation is now guiding regulatory agencies on ways of returning sanity to the environment, adopting a simple security approach that the best way to get rid of criminals is to smoke them out from their hideouts.
In the night, they go beyond what we thought. Even to the extent, in the daytime, you see the hoodlums covering the road, any vehicles or truck coming out of the port, they stop them to collect levies, so that's illegal levies from them.
This building at Oando bus stop, a convergent point for touts, popularly called area boys, has succumbed to demolition. It is part of a clearing exercise tagged 360-degree cargo clearance, aimed at opening up the corridor for seamless operations.
What we want to do now is to consolidate on that action and ensure that consistently trucks that have businesses in the ports come into the ports only, either to pick or to take out cargo or to drop empty containers.
Shanties, kiosks and containers obstructing traffic flow were not spared, including a market right under the bridge at Liverpool. It is a successful exercise that has opened up the corridor, but the worry here is what now becomes the reclaimed expanse of land.
In the next few weeks, you will see some construction works will spring up to boost the activities in the port.
Sustaining this initiative by the Nigerian Ports Authority and the Lagos State government will not only ease traffic along the corridor, but also reduce turnaround time for cargo delivery and evacuation. Lagos State government has introduced what it calls traffic management solution, a handheld electronic device to capture real-time traffic violations by violators who rely on inducement of law enforcement agents to evade arrest in any part of the state. Musa Tolia reports.
Violation of traffic laws remains a major challenge which creates gridlock in several parts of the state. With the introduction of the traffic management solution, those in the habit of going around the traffic law and inducing law enforcement agents to have their way must now have a rethink or face the wrath of the law. The traffic management solution is a handheld electronic device which shows real-time picture and video evidence of road traffic violations and eliminates close contact with traffic management officers across the state.
It can issue a ticket immediately and then it's sent to your address.
So this is what it's going to look like. We want people to make sure that when they pay a fine, it's actually going to government coffers rather than to people's pocket.
The handheld device comes in handy for officials of Lagos State Traffic Management Authority and Vehicle Inspection Service in their operations to monitor activities of motorists on roads across the state.
If you are caught and you're sent a ticket, if you have a dispute of the accusation, you have two choices. The first choice is to opt to go to a magistrate court to defend your position. And the second option is to pay the fine.
The Traffic Management Solutions seeks to modernize operations and simplify enforcement by eliminating situations that facilitate impediments and cause counterproductive results on the roads. In Lagos, Musa Tolian, NTA News.
Time now for some messages, and when we return, Nationwide continues from Sokoto, and Sadiat is our guide. Please stay.
Youths are about the greatest assets the country has at the moment. It is therefore not surprising that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is strategically responding to the yearnings of the youth through multiple projects and programs. Youth Entrepreneurship Support Years by Bank of Industry, the Youth Investment Fund by the CBN, and several other conditional cash transfer programs. Recruitment of 774,000 social workers, majority of whom are youths, and so many other projects that are beneficial to youths directly or indirectly. If the administration can do all this, definitely with a degree of patience and time, it can achieve more. Nigerian youths must come together to say no to terrorism, no to vandalism, and no to all disruptive tendencies. Hashtag Youth for Greater Nigeria. Pacifying the youths, unifying the nation.
Your kids are smart. Your kids are creative. Your kids are business savvy. Now they get a chance to prove it and maybe even start their own business. The goal of the Emerging Africa competition is to raise a new breed of industrialists. Upload a video of your child pitching a business idea or showcasing an existing business to get a chance to enter the 3-week boot camp where final winners will emerge. Admission is free. Age range is 10 to 17 years. Entries open June 28th, 2021 and ends July 17th, 2021. Bootcamp opens August 8th and ends August 28th, 2021. For more information, visit our website www.teacompetition.org, our Facebook page TA Competition, our Instagram The Emerging Africa. For inquiries and sponsorship, call 0803-545-8855 or 0817-678-8284.
A new edition of TV Guide is out exclusively with Governor Simon Lalong of Plateau State.
Since assuming office, our rescue administration has pursued the path of peace and reconciliation and restored confidence among people of different ethnic, religious, and political persuasions. Peace is back on the plateau. We are building world-class infrastructure in roads, schools, hospitals, water, energy, and opening up opportunities for innovation, entrepreneurship, and job creation for thousands of our youth through quality education.
The edition is a compendium of mind-blowing stories for your reading pleasure, ranging from entertainment, economy, sports, media, politics, family, and lots more. Pick up a copy and keep abreast with issues and trending features within our space. TV Guide, very incisive, very educative and comprehensive. Grab a copy at the vendor near you or any NTA station nationwide. TV Guide, your indispensable companion.
And welcome to Sokoto.
Governor Aminu Waziri Tambol has signed into law the legislative and the judiciary autonomy bills. Dalatu Abdullahi reports that Governor Tambol and Vice Chairman Nigerian Governors Forum, who assented to the bills, assure that all the states of the Federation will allow the autonomy become a reality. The report.
Presenting the bills to the governor, Speaker Sokoto State House of Assembly Aminu Muhammad Achida said the legislative arm of government will sustain harmonious working relationship with the executive in the overall interest of the state. Sokoto State Governor, who is also the Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Aminu Waziri Tambol, noted that the forum has been totally in support of the financial autonomy of the two arms of government.
And I can assure you that no governor in Nigeria is against the autonomy of the legislature and the state, and the judiciary. We all believe in building institutions, democratic institutions. And we all believe in democratic tenets, and we must all go by the Constitution. That has been our position, but definitely not opposing the independence or financial autonomy for the two arms of government.
The signing into law of the two bills is expected to mark the beginning of a new phase in the annals of democratic development in the state and country in general. In Sokoto, Dalatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
Now, Zamfara State Command of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has established 2 special squads to ensure prompt response to distress calls and other emergencies across the state. The newly created units are the Rapid Responses Squad and Female Response Squad to operate 24 hours a day. Haliru Muhammad Umar has more.
The establishment of the Rapid Response Squad and Female Squad by the Zamfara State Command followed the recent inauguration of similar squads at the national headquarters of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps to ensure maintenance of peace as well as protection and rescue of the civil population. Commissioning the 2 units, Commandant General of the organization, represented by Sokoto Zonal Commanding Officer Sammani Muhammad Inwa, said the development will re-energize the service to win the fight against insecurity.
My Commandant General sent me to you people to extend his goodwill message, being the best command to establish woman rapid response unit.
I want to assure the state that we will do everything possible to support the governor and the members of the state in partnership with other security agencies to curb this insecurity.
The gallant officers and men of the newly established teams who appear to be combat ready for the task ahead will be available 24 hours a week to promptly respond to distress calls and other emergencies. In Gusau, Haliru Muhammad Umar, NTA News.
And that's it from here. It's now back to Ruth in Abuja.
Thank you so much. The Oba of Benin has expressed displeasure over the purported claim of ownership of the yet-to-be-returned looted artifacts by some individuals. Obayawa II is in a crucial meeting with the palace functionaries and members of the Benin royal family on the sidelines of the matter. The Benin king, who is currently addressing his people, said he has never seen such a situation where some persons claim ownership of what belongs to the palace and the Benin people. He revealed that there are plans to return the artifacts by the German, British and French governments. When returned, the monarch has plans to set up a museum for the Benin people in front of the palace. The National Steering Committee on Poverty Reduction with Growth Strategy is hitting the ground running as it sets up technical groups to execute its various programs. The whole idea, according to a member of the committee and Governor of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Sule, is to remove 100 million Nigerians out of poverty in the next 10 years. The committee, chaired by the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, with members including 6 governors representing the 6 geopolitical zones of the country: Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Minister of Agriculture and the Minister of Labour. It also includes the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, among others. At the first meeting held at the Vice President's wing of the State House this Thursday, members looked into the term of reference and the composition of the technical groups that will work in various areas. Members of the technical group was also reviewed.
And then the next meetings will define when the working groups actually will commence work and the scope of their work. We are hoping to meet immediately the week after Salah, so that the steering committee now will be able to clearly define the terms of and the scope of work that will be carried out by the technical working group.
Membership of the technical group was also reviewed. Towards meeting the target of capturing additional 5 million primary school pupils in the National Homegrown School Feeding Program by the year 2023, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development has convened a stakeholders engagement on enumeration of beneficiaries and scaling up the implementation of the program in Yobe State. The initiative is aimed at providing nutritious meals for public primary school pupils in classes 1, 2, 3. Bashir Ibrahim Nababa has details.
Engagement draws critical stakeholders in the execution of the National Homegrown School Feeding Program in Yobe State, who brainstormed ideas on the ways to go about the next phase of the program. With the commencement of the biometric enumeration exercise nationwide, the participants are optimistic that the exercise will yield the desired objective of scaling up number of the beneficiaries to 40 million by the year 2023.
All these programs were deliberately designed to specifically target sections of vulnerable Nigerians that include youth, elderly persons, widows, poorest of the poor, children and micro-business persons.
About 170,000 pupils across public primary schools in Yobe State have so far benefited from the free meals since introduction of the program in September 2019. While appreciating the federal government for its numerous drive to revamp the standards of education and improving living conditions of Nigerians, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management, Yobe State, Ibrahim Shuaibu, tasked those directly handling the program to ensure commitment, transparency, and accountability in the discharge of their responsibilities. From Damaturu, Bashir Ibrahim Nababa, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the distribution of letters of engagement and the school feeding programs have been flagged off in Abuja State after the training of independent monitors for the federal government's 4 cardinal national social investment programs. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, who was represented at the event, stressed the need for proper monitoring and implementation, which she said is yet to the Buhari-led administration. Steve Lona Nwakolo reports.
The 4 programs, which include the Empower Nigeria, as well as the Homeschool Feeding Program, aims at increasing school enrollment by providing meals to skilled children.
With all sincerity, we'll be able to make sure that all the vulnerables are benefited from this program.
I promise to do the work well and make the work very, very successfully.
According to the representative of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadiat Omar Farouk, the program is to be monitored using the independent monitors who were inaugurated for progress and implementation.
We're engaging them to monitor to make sure that the children are actually fed with good food and number of times required.
And ensure that we follow the guidelines and regulations applied for submitting the reports.
70 beneficiaries received their letters of engagement and tablets for the monitoring exercise of the National Social Investment Program in Abia State. From Umuahia, Steve Lonai Nwaokolo, NTA News.
The increase in the number of benefiting school children in the Homegrown School Feeding Program is part of federal government's commitment to sustaining the initiative. Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadia Umar Farouk, made this known at the flag-off of enumeration of beneficiaries of the program in Imo State.
Government Home School Feeding Program is one of the social investment programs created by the present administration to provide free meal for school children across the 36 states of the Federation. The flag off of the stakeholders' engagement on enumeration of beneficiaries and scaling of the program in Imo State is to enable schools in the state key into it.
Aimed at the provision of one nutritious meal.
Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadiya Umar Farouk, who was represented, says the president recently approved 5 million more school children to be captured in the program and tasked stakeholders on thorough enumeration of the school children in the state.
The youth corpers, the National Orientation Agency officers, and the staff of the ministry will go into the villages with the local government where you have all the primary schools, primary 1 to 3. Is entitled.
The state is ready to actualize the vision that for this particular initiative and to ensure that everybody and every child who deserves and needs this school feeding program gets access to the feeding.
There's a wide range of benefits to the people, the children, the local farmers, because it's homegrown school feeding program, so it's locally food harvested in the state.
This flag off marks the commencement of the enumeration exercise in the state. In Owerri, Beatrice Anyam, NTA News.
To other matters, the House of Representatives had a committee set up to investigate the 19.2 billion railway rehabilitation project of the Eastern Rail Line has commenced sitting. Speaker House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila says accountability is the overriding objective of the investigation. Dayo Mushola reports.
The investigation was sequel to a motion moved on the floor of the House in May this year concerning alleged abandonment of Eastern Rail Line that connects Port Harcourt to Maiduguri, which was re-awarded for reconstruction by federal government 10 years after it was awarded for rehabilitation. The three companies handling the three sections of the rail line were on ground as members of the committee raised their concerns.
Today, legally, there are two jobs running on the same site. The exit part. By law, legally. You say you don't have exit. Because you have not disengaged the old contractors and you have engaged a new contractor.
The non-completion does not mean that train services have not commenced. So the benefits of that project have already started to accrue. And the benefits have a finite lifetime. After a while, you must maintain again. So we're talking about projects that were done in 2011, 2012.
How on earth will you spend over 80% of 72 billion on rehabilitation? Then all of a sudden, you terminate that contract, disbanded the job, and start up another different job on the same rail line.
The committee, however, directed that the Nigerian Railway Corporation should furnish it with all the payments made to the contractors within 7 days. From the National Assembly, Dayo Mushola, NTA News.
Time to pause here. Let's now join Kemi in Ibadan for some reports. Hello, Kemi.
Hello, Elizabeth, and a warm welcome to Ibadan. More residents of Imeko-Afon in Ogun State have received the second jab of COVID-19 vaccine since the commencement of the exercise. Correspondent Tope Alabi tells us more.
Health workers in the area deployed use of phone calls, sending text messages and public address system to call out residents, especially those in the remote areas, for the second jab of COVID-19 vaccine.
With the increased number that we have day by day, we still expect that people should come out in number more.
And in Tricos, residents have been receiving their second jab at different designated primary health care centers. Residents commended government for the vaccination against COVID-19, saying they have not experienced any serious side effect since they took the first jab.
At the time I took the other first one, so it didn't do me anything at all. I'm okay, I'm fine. Even though the one I take now, so I'm okay. I didn't feel anyhow.
I thank the federal government for their assistance they give to us so that we don't have any sickness in our life.
A total of 2,151 residents who took the first jab are expected to be administered with the second jab of AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine in Imekwafon area of Ogun State within the 40 days earmarked for the exercise. In Imeko, Tokwe Alabi, NTA News.
And the seventh in the series of free medical and surgical outreach of Kwara State government has been flagged off at the primary healthcare center in Offa local government area of the state towards improving the health of the populace. Damilola Balogun-Lebio has the reports.
The medical conditions that will be attended to include, but not limited to, breast lump, scrotal swelling, cataract surgery, and free eyeglasses. Main target of this medical outreach are indigent members of the society. The surgeries and consultations will be held weekly at newly built or upgraded primary health care centers in the 16 local government areas in the state.
I commend our health team and coordinating role of the State Ministry of Health towards ensuring that all these interventions reach our people wherever they live.
We plan to cover about 3,200 members of the public across the 16 local governments in a way that each of the local government areas have 200 beneficiaries comprising 15 general surgeries, 50 cataract cases, reading class for 50 or more, and medical consultations for about 120 people.
There was a symbolic distribution of free eyeglasses at the flag-off ceremony. The free medical and surgical outreach is also expected to increase access to infant and maternal care. Damilola Balogun-Lebio, NTA News.
You're still watching Nationwide on the NTA. Time now to go for a break. When we come back, Nationwide will continue with Abubakar in our Maiduguri Center.
Patriots, our country can be as great as we want.
Let us all commit ourselves to its greatness.
We must be willing to set aside our differences, unite and stay as one.
In our expansive landmass, human and material resources, and plurality lies our strength.
Let our challenges lead us to rediscover our common ground, and together, let's find solutions.
This will take some time, so it requires patience, tolerance, and forgiveness from every one of us.
Let all hands come on deck to protect and transform our country.
Let us unite and see each other not as adversaries, but as brothers and sisters.
Together, we can build a better Nigeria for ourselves and for the next generations.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA, with support from Nigerian Television Authority, NTA.
Although social media as a channel of communication is inherently harmless, it becomes harmful and damaging when used without discretion and thoughtfulness. Bad social media users spread rumors and fake news without verification. But good social media users stop, reflect, and verify information before sharing it. Be a good social media user. Stop the spread of fake news. Verify the authenticity of your source and use social media responsibly for a better Nigeria. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, in collaboration with the National Orientation Agency. The Council of Our Fathers.
I believe we have fought one civil war too many in this country. So those who experienced it will run away from it.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
Let me say very categorically that we have told ourselves a lie. that we have a housing deficit of 17 million. It is a lie.
Setting the record straight regarding housing in Nigeria. Plus,
as we build the roads, we now improve the enforcement capacity, we provide the infrastructure, so road bridges will be part of infrastructure for enforcement and protection of the road.
One-on-one with the Minister of Works and Housing, Friday, 10:30 p.m. on NTA.
The fact that countries had to lock down, and in Nigeria also we felt the impact. We had to lock down in quite a few states.
Going tonight, overview of the Nigerian economy, COVID-19 and the path to sustainable growth, an insight into the recovery journey and key policy decisions for economic prosperity by the federal government through the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning. Time 8:05 to 8:30 p.m. on the network service of the NTA.
For staying with us on Nationwide up to this moment. Let's move on now. Borno State government remains committed to take the lead in repositioning Sangaya education in the country. Governor Babagana Umara Zulum stated this when he received officials of the Universal Basic Education Commission, led by the Executive Secretary, Dr. Hamid Boboi, accompanied by Chairman and members of the Sangaya Reformation Committee at the Government House, Maiduguri. Mohammed Ibrahim completes the story.
The Universal Basic Education Commission officials are in Borno on the invitation of the state in the reformation of the age-long Sangaya system in Borno. Governor Babagana Umara Zulum highlighted the impact of decade-long insurgency in the education sector in the state, which gave rise to a large population of out-of-school children, rollover migration which overstretched education facilities, as well as growing apathy towards Western education at the grassroots induced by the insurgents, among others.
All your recommendations will be taken into considerations, and our dream is to see that Borno takes the lead in the Sangaya educational reform system.
According to the governor, reformation of the Sangaya system is partly informed by the fact that it is widely accepted, hence expressed the need to introduce numeracy, literacy, digital knowledge and skill development into the Sangaya curriculum. Executive Secretary of UBEC, Dr. Hamid Boboi, described the reformation of the Sangaya system as the right step taken by the Borno State government as education started in Borno over 1,000 years back. He said Governor Zulum has made the job of the commission easy with the right policies and putting in place best infrastructures. The Executive Secretary added that Borno State government never fails to pay its counterpart funding, which enables easy access of its matching grants to execute developmental projects in the education sector. The Executive Secretary traced Borno's political history, equating Governor Zulum's drive to the struggle made by the successive traditional leaders of Borno dynasty, which brought the empire to limelight. In Maiduguri, Muhammad Ibrahim, NTA News.
Commercial and socio-economic activities in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital, and its environs have collapsed due to the total blackout being experienced for almost 7 months now. Yagum Subukar, in this report, sample opinions of residents, I beg your pardon, on their challenges in the face of the sustained power outage.
Maiduguri, the Borno State capital, and its environs have been in total blackout since the beginning of this year, leaving residents with no hope of restoration soon, as several attempts have failed with more damage by the vandals. This development has brought commercial and socio-economic activities almost to a standstill, thereby subjecting people to untold hardship. The use of generating sites and solar panels as the only alternative to getting power supply, most people described as too expensive to acquire, operate and maintain. Babanlai, a commercial hub in Maiduguri, popularly known for the sales of electrical appliances, is among the worst hit areas being affected by the outage, where traders lamented that they are counting their losses on daily basis.
Ko da wani kamfanin a zuwa ƙara su taimaka su daga mana wannan ƙarafunan a zuwa miyar mana da wutan garin nan.
Even though Borno State government, in collaboration with federal government, have made several attempts to restore, which was disrupted as a result of vandalism of some 330 kVA towers along Maiduguri-Damaturu Road, there is still hope to get it back, as Transmission Company of Nigeria engages partners for the damage. As it is now, normal life in Maiduguri is only possible, especially at night, with the use of alternatives that is exerting huge cost on all services. In Maiduguri, Yagum Subukar, NTA News.
And those are the latest stories at this time from Maiduguri. Let's now return to Elizabeth in Abuja for more reports. Elizabeth, do have a lovely weekend.
So much, Abubakar, and nice to see you. As part of its general reforms of the nation's justice system, the federal government is to step up its focus on the country's juvenile justice system. Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, announced this while addressing a meeting on the implementation of the Amnesty and Decongestion Program for juveniles. Femi Okewo has details.
This is another phase of the assignment of the Presidential Committee on Correctional Centers Reforms and Decongestion. With only 3 federal government-owned juvenile remand homes in Nigeria, efforts are now being made to see how a partnership can be generated for states to run centers similar to what Lagos State is doing. At this meeting, with the Ogun State juvenile justice sector joining virtually, the Minister of Justice stressed the need for greater attention to juvenile justice in Nigeria.
Today's meeting is aimed at organizing a coordinated judicial action to provide legal and psychological support to released juveniles for proper integration back into the society.
Chairman of the Presidential Committee on Correctional Centers Reforms, Justice Ishak Bello, and the Chief Judge of Ogun State spoke on the collaboration between states and the federal government in this regard.
For any released child, the committee will continue to work with the Ministry of Women Affairs of Ogun State to ensure proper integration and rehabilitation.
There will be need to follow up with their families on their reabsorption into the society, and a process of monitoring for at least a period of 1 year post-release is essential.
More states are to be explored for an improved juvenile justice system in due course. In Abuja, Femi Okewo, NTA News.
The Defense Headquarters has created Human Rights and Gender Advisor Desk in the Armed Forces as a means of addressing gender-based violence and related social vices in the barracks and the military. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Loki Irabo, stated this in a message at a sensitization and awareness campaign on gender-based violence and human trafficking organized by the Defense Headquarters in Abuja. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa has details.
Women are special beings that form the nucleus of the family and constitute 49.3% of Nigeria's population. Despite the critical roles of women in the family and the society, they are said to be relegated and often fall victims of gender-based violence.
28% of Nigerian women aged 25 to 29 have experienced some form of physical violence from the age 15. That 15% of women have experienced physical violence within the past 12 months.
This sensitization comes on the heels of several ongoing campaigns to address human rights, sexual and gender-based violence, which assumed an alarming proportion in the country, especially with the advent of COVID-19 pandemic.
This campaign on human rights, gender-based violence and human trafficking, organized by the Defense Headquarters, is aimed at creating awareness on the social vice and to explore avenues of reversing the trend.
Let our barrack community, our women and children and school children to know the implication of this issue of sexual and gender-based violence and to speak out.
The Defense Headquarters recently launched a gender-based framework for the Armed Forces of Nigeria. In Abuja, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
The Senate Committee on Independent Electoral Matters has screened 6 presidential nominees as INEC resident electoral commissioners after acknowledging the vast academic research and administrative skills. National Assembly correspondent Abdullahi Aminu reports that the committee also deliberated upon the allegations against some of the nominees.
Topical issue that the senators dwelt on during the screening exercise was on the nominee representing Delta State, Loretta Onoche, who denied allegation of her APC membership, while Professor Sani Muhammad Adam was requested to explain allegations surrounding his credibility.
They know that I am not partisan, that for me it's about the truth, it's about the Constitution, and it's about the law.
It has nothing to do with my integrity. Whatever they have put there, they cannot substantiate, of course. May I hear say, and the court never acted on any one of them anyway.
Explanations were made on advanced technology processes that could be employed in the country's electoral conduct.
If there is anything that I can do is to apply my experiences in working in rural communities.
I've never attended a political gathering in my life, but I enjoy myself as a political science teacher.
Thank the President for bringing all these nominees to us, and that we have gone through in the presence of gentlemen of the press, which I'm really proud of all the press members that are here.
There were submissions by the electoral commissioners designate for academics that will be involved in the country's electoral process to be screened by their universities before nomination. From the National Assembly, Abdullahi Aminu, NTA News.
Into sports now, the second edition of African Mini Football Nations Cup 2021 is ongoing at Ilaja, Ibadan, Oyo State. Correspondent Kene Magbudike will bring us up to speed with the unfolding events as we join him live. Kene, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, Elizabeth, thank you. Well, we can authoritatively tell you that Elijah here has been a beehive of activity since last night when the competition went underway with Nigeria, who had a host, drawing goalless against Libya. And the second game on the night saw Egypt beating Ghana by 3-1. This evening at 6 p.m., we are expecting the defending champions, Cote d'Ivoire, to take on Burkina Faso, and later on Zambia will play the 2018 runners-up, which is Senegal. But then the organizers are trying to make a lot of readjustments to their program because 8 teams are not coming to the competition owing to certain reasons. The likes of Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria, and South Africa had to pull out due to COVID-19 concerns, while flight issues prevented Djibouti, Somalia, and Gabon from coming to the competition. And so that means 8 teams are presently vying for honors right here in Ilaje, Ibadan, Oyo State. The games have been fantastic, so to speak. The people are so happy. It is the second edition, so to speak, after the 2018 edition in Libya, which was won by Cote d'Ivoire, like I earlier mentioned. But this evening, we are actually expecting to see good soccer. I can tell you that the spectators here have been having much fun. But then the Nigerian side, which drew against Libya yesterday, people have been talking about that, and we want to find out exactly where that puts the Nigerian team on the scheme of things and going forward. Let's quickly invite Fabian Edaba, who is the coach of Nigeria. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening.
We shared this poise last night with Libya. That's your team. Yeah. Where does that place us, on the table, and what is being done to ensure that going forward?
Actually, for now, we're still first on the table with the same point with Libya, and I strongly believe we're still going to maintain the top. Yesterday was a tough match, and the boys actually played well. We actually encountered 1 or 2 problems, but we adjusted, and by the grace of God, the boys they came back to their fitness and were able to hold Libya 1-1. A lot of people think we are not going to. Is the best in Africa, but yesterday my boys did well.
So going forward quickly, what do we expect?
Yes, our next match we are playing against
when?
Monday. I'm going to pick 3 points because I believe in my boys. My boys are good.
Wish you good luck, Fabian. All right. Of course, these games will run until the 18th of July. new champions will be crowned, or will it still be Cote d'Ivoire returning the trophy? Your guess is as good as mine. It's back to you, Elizabeth.
All right, thank you so much, Kenneth, for the updates. And that's Nationwide today. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to connect with us at the NTA. Take action against rape and rapists. Good evening.
NTA, you can't beat the rich.
This vaccine is safe, and it has been certified safe and usable by NAFTA.
Everything is architected and designed by the Almighty.
Someone who is a Christian is someone who lives a life of Jesus Christ. And the life of Jesus Christ is a life of sacrifice.
Yes.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Freeview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
Wannan labarin ma yana peji na 36.
Ita kuma babban labarin wannan jarida shine ainihin
labarin da ke gaban jarida shine ta bayyana cewa
ọkwa ọjị Ikenga eziokwu
nwanne m nwoke
Ikechukwu Ndukwe Igbo
mam iji wee mee ka ụbọchị na-aga n'anya ya
ọjụtụtụ na-ewutelu unu
Nation fún ti òwúrọ̀ yìí ibẹ̀ náà ti sọ pé àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ aláṣẹ ìpínlẹ̀ Benue pàṣẹ wípé
ní gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀ka, ní ẹ̀ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́, ní ẹ̀ka ètò ìlera, ní ẹ̀ka ètò ààbò.
This is the network service of the NTA.
Hello and welcome to revision classes on television. Today, we will be having a session in English language. Our guide is Peter David, and our focus today is register from SSC examinations of 2015 to 2018.
I want us to know the meaning of a register as we are going to see today. Register simply means the language used by a group of people who share similar work or interests, such as doctors, engineers, we talk about lawyers, we talk about nurses, and so on and so forth. So that language that is being used by these people according to their profession or vocation is what we call register. We have various types of registers. You have registers such as registers of sport, where you can find words like cricket. You come across hurdles, contests, cricket in sports registers. Come across words like hurdles. You have others as contests. You have goalposts. In politics, we also have such words like lobby, constitution, referendum, campaign, maize, etc., etc. Similarly, in the field of commerce, we have the following words, such as trade, specialization, treasury bill, goods, and so many others. Another area of human endeavor is law and order. In this field, we have words like accomplice. Others are adjournment, fine, libel, solicitor, advocate, and the rest. The last but not the least is in the area of culture. Institutions and ceremonies. Under here we have words like goddess, shrine, chieftaincy, taboo, and deities. Now, from what we have seen here, you can see that in the field of sports, you have these words that can easily be used in the area of sports. While in commerce, we find this. In politics, we get this. In law and order, you also find these words. While cultural institutions and ceremonies will give us these other words. What you have seen on the board is like a drop in the ocean. So, it is left for a student or a candidate to read hard to get more words concerning these fields of human endeavor and any other one that we have not mentioned here. Similarly, you can have two words that are used in different fields. Words like this. Mock. Mock can mean mortuary. That is used in hospital. The same mock can also refer to a collection of newspapers, or some people will even call it library, as the case may be. Similarly, plastic. Plastic can mean false. Can mean false. Yes, in one sense. While in another sense, this term plastic can mean and refer to rubber, but the same spelling. You can even say, I gave my friend a plastic smile this morning, which is a false word, a false smile. While plastic refers to, I bought a plastic bucket this morning, and so on and so forth. Now, when you go to the hospital, you find another word, theater, that has to do with hospital. In the same vein, you can also find theater in the field of entertainment. Yes, you find theater there. All these words should be chosen accordingly, according to the context the examiner uses then. Now we want to go quickly to the year in focus. We want to start by looking at 2015 register. In the following passage, the numbered gaps indicate missing words. Against each number in the list below the passage, 4 options are given in columns A to D. Choose the word that is the most suitable to fill the numbered gaps in the passage. The life of a professional sportsman is always hectic. Consider his typical day. As soon as he wakes up in the morning, he jumps out of bed hurriedly and wears his dash. That is question number 71. A, jumpsuit. B, tracksuit. C, swimsuit. D, shell suit. The correct answer there is tracksuit, and that is the one representing the gap number 71. Promptly, he goes out to dash for an hour or so. 72, number 72. A, trots. B, skip. C, jog. D, jump. Option C, which is jog, J-O-G, is the answer, covering a few miles. However, on some other days, he might choose to practice with a skipping dash at home. Question number 73. The options are A, cord. B, rope. C, string. D, twine. Option B, which is rope, is the answer to fill that blank space. Having completed whichever one it is, he goes in for a shower and dresses for the day's training dash. Question 74. And the options are A, practice, B, sessions, C, regime, D, rehearsal. Option B, which is sessions, is the appropriate answer to that question. This phase varies according to his specialty. His specialty. If he is a boxer, he goes into the dash to deal with the punching bag. The gap is 75, and the options are A, stadium, B, sport club, C, sports center, D, gymnasium. Option D, which is gymnasium, is the appropriate answer to that question. Now, 2016 register. In the following passage, the numbered gaps indicate missing words. Against each number in the list below the passage, 4 options are given in columns A to D. Choose the word that is the most suitable to fill the numbered gaps in the passage. The young doctor looked sprightly in his white coat, displaying his dash very conspicuously on his neck. 71. A, chain. B, badge. C, stethoscope. D, watch. Option C, which is stethoscope, is the appropriate answer to question 71. He walked through the dash, greeting each of the dash, who greeted him in return. Question 72. The options are A, aisles, B, office, C, room, D, ward. Ward, which is option D, is the appropriate answer to question 72. Greeting each of the dash, which is 73, who greeted him in return. 73, we have the following options. A, patients, B, clients, C, invalids, D, customers. Option A, patients, is the appropriate answer to question 73. Then suddenly, his eyes got a woman on the nearby dash. Question 74. The options are A, stretcher, B, bed, C, wheelchair, D, bench. Option B, which is bed, is the appropriate answer to question 74. He went closer, held her hand, feeling for her dash, and then carried out some other minor dash. Question 75. Options are A, breathing, B, pulse, C, response, D, pressure. Option B, which is pulse, is the appropriate answer to that question. In the following passage, the numbered gaps indicate missing words. Against each number in the list below the passage, 4 options are given in the columns lettered A to D. Choose the word that is most suitable to fill the numbered gaps in the passage. I read. The farmer dashed the nation and can be said to be the most important professional. Question number 71. Options are A, feeds, B, tends, C, nourishes, D, develops. Option A, which is feeds, is the correct answer to that question. But how many people would make farming their choice of profession? The arduous task of turning a virgin rainforest into a farmland, of battling the land until dash are carved out and crops are dashed. 72, we have the following options. A, hedges, B, cress, C, riches, D, folds. Option C, which is riches, is the appropriate answer to question number 72. The options we have for question number 73 are A, deposited, B, planted, C, lodged, D, buried. Option B, which is planted, is the accurate answer to that number of the question. Now we go on. Of fighting off the weeds and dash the tender crops from pests, and of preparing the harvested crops in dash for long months. Question number 74. Defending, A option. B option is screening. C, covering. D, shielding. Shielding, which is option D, is the appropriate answer to question number 74. Now for question number 75, we have the following options. A, barns. B, huts. C, pits. D, shelters. Option A, which is barns, is the appropriate answer to that question number 75. For long months, could scare off the lily-livered. Farming is really not for the faint-hearted, who are easily defeated by the dash of the weather and the uncertainties of the soil. Question number 76. You have the following options. A, ways. B, fancies. C, adjustments. D, vagaries. Vagaries is the appropriate answer to that question. Now, you continue. Farmers are assured of the dash yields of their farms. Question number 77. A, newest. B, freshest. C, brightest. D, latest. Option B, which is freshest, is the appropriate answer to the question. In the following passage, the numbered gaps indicate missing words. Against each of the number in the list below the passage, 4 options are given in the columns lettered A to D. Choose the word that is most suitable to fill the numbered gaps in the passage. I read. An entrepreneur is a person who organizes and manages any business enterprise, or one who combines the other factors of dash to start a business and make profit. Question 71. Options are A, creation. B, provision. C, construction. D, production. Production, which is option D, is the appropriate answer to that question. He possesses considerable initiative and is willing to take dash. The options for that question 72 are A, debts, B, pitfalls, C, risks, D, problems. Option C rather, which is risks, is the answer to that question 72. An entrepreneur can be a farmer, a dressmaker, a factory owner, a wholesaler, or a dash. Question number 73. A, hawker. B, peddler. C, retailer. D, trader. Option C, which is retailer, is the appropriate answer to that question. More often than not, it is best for an entrepreneur to start a business from scratch rather than dash in or buy an existing business. Question number 74. The options are plunge, B, invest, C, break, D, delve. Option B, which is invest, is the accurate answer to that question. One advantage is that he would be independent and not become a dash or get to inherit some bad debt. Question number 75. The options are A, colleague, B, comrade, C, fellow, D, partner. Partner is the appropriate answer to that question, which is option D.
You can subscribe to NTA series on YouTube to watch or download past episodes of revision classes on television. That's the much we can take on the program today. Do join us next time for another educating session. NTA. You can't beat the rich.
Stress is a normal physical response to an event that makes your nervous system feel threatened at the perception of danger, whether real or imagined, giving your body automatic mobilization process known as the fight, flight, or freeze response. This automobilization response, or stress, is designed to protect your body. When it is working well, it helps you stay focused, energetic, and alert. In an emergency, it spurs you into action to defend yourself. Stress, however, becomes worrisome when it is overwhelming. It can damage your health, your mood, your productivity, relationship, and even your quality of life. Stress is chiefly induced by environmental conditions or stimulus and emotional instability. Work-related stress is the second most commonly reported condition in the self-reported work-related illness. According to research results between 2011 and 2012, an estimated 428,000 workers suffered from work stress. Stress affects different people in different ways, but generally, the chemicals that are released by the body as a result of stress can build up over time and cause various mental and physical symptoms. These include irritability, anger, depression, anxiety, food cravings, lack of appetite, headaches, sleep difficulty, and the list is endless. How one handles one's stress depends on the causes and the symptoms, but it is imperative to note that once the pressure or threat has passed, your stress hormone level will usually return to normal.
Everything is architected and designed by the Almighty.
Someone who is a Christian is someone who lives a life of
Christ.
Jesus Christ. And the life of Jesus Christ is a life of sacrifice.
Yes.
This is the network service of the NTA.
Hello, children.
Hello, Grandma.
Who is ready to hear my story today?
Me!
Okay, my first story is about the reward for laziness. The reward for
Laziness.
And you know, each time if you behave not too good, there's always a reward for that. A long time ago,
Hello? So you're not done eating? When will you go to the farm?
Bernard, my dear wife, what will I go and do in the farm? After all, the farm has refused to be a blessing to my effort.
What effort are you talking about? So you prefer going to house to borrow money from people to pay so that they till your land when you can do it yourself?
Well, you are a woman, so there's nothing you say that makes sense.
Look, Helen, I don't have your time this morning, but I thank God that all the spices and vegetables I planted are doing very well. Unlike the plants that men like you planted, if they're not there, they become useless.
Okay, so what do you want me to do now?
I want you to go to the farm, pray, and work very hard.
Okay. I'll go to the farm. It's not farm. You know, I have been very hardworking. I will go to the farm. I will. But meanwhile, can you add more food for me?
You want more food? If you want more food, go to the farm.
Wait! Bernard! Hey, Manji, my good friend. You're welcome. Please, have a seat. Sit down.
I'm not here to sit. I'm here for my 100 cowries. I lent you.
Yes, Manji. Don't let money come between you and I.
See, I'm not going to allow you use your sugar-coated tongue to change my mind.
No. Okay, Manji. I will pay. Manji, I will pay.
Look at me. I'm going now to my farm, and I'm coming back here in the next 5 market days.
Oh no!
To collect my money. Next 5 market days.
Oh, no, Manji. Manji, come back. Wait. Of course, we can settle this.
Yeah? Hope you've heard him. You better make his money available. Or not before the 5th market day.
Bernard, so you were listening to our discussion?
I was listening to it very well.
I know what to do.
And what will you do if I may ask?
I'll have to borrow some money.
You have to borrow some money? Who is left in this village after you borrowed money from every single person in this village?
I have a friend. Yes, an old friend who lives after the 7 seas and 7 mountains.
And so?
His name is Dasambo.
You mean Dasambo is your friend?
Yes, I heard he's very rich and famous now. I'll be going to him to get some money.
I heard he's a very, very wise man.
My own friend. My childhood friend.
What makes you think that Dasambo, a very wise person, will borrow such a lazy man like you, my husband, some money?
What's your tongue, Bernard? Me lazy man?
Of course you are.
I'll prove you wrong today. I'll surprise you. I'm setting out for the journey right away.
Till you come back, Begidana. Safe journey.
Oh my God. Bernard, my dear wife.
Welcome, Begidana. How was your trip?
More than fine.
Let me get water for you.
Bring water.
Okay, here's the water, Begidana. Yes.
That's
right.
I met my own friend, Dasambo.
Yes, the wise man.
Dasambo?
Yes. 500 calories. Oh my God. Begidana, he really did well.
He's not my friend.
But come to think of it, when are you likely to pay the money? 5th market day. It's the same day Manji is coming back for his own money.
Exactly.
Now, don't you think we should remove that of Manji and use the remaining one to do a business? When the 5th market day reaches, we'll get that of Dansambo and Manji and even have gain for ourselves.
My dear wife, no. Don't worry, my dear wife. I know what to do.
Megidana, what are you planning to do? Hey! Megidana, do you know all your plans have always been failing since I got married to you? I'm sure this is your dinner.
Your husband's what? He's dead. So, why must he die now? So, all my money are gone. May God judge you. Eh? May God judge you.
He's gone. It worked.
Crying. That's someone will soon be coming. Cry very well.
It's my husband. Stop crying. Sorry, stop crying.
Woman, what is the matter? Why are you crying?
It's my husband. You
So, you mean you will die without paying me my money?
Not like that, sister. It's not like that. We had plans of paying you.
No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. Just that from the village where I come from,
To be sure that a person is truly dead, he will raise up his right hand. Well, to be very sure that he is dead, he will raise up his left hand. Your husband is truly dead, oh. Well, to be very, very sure that he is dead, he will raise up his right leg.
Hi!
And his left leg too. Madam, you see your husband is truly dead. Well, to be very sure that he is finally dead, we will chop off. We will chop off his head.
You can see the reward for
laziness.
Whatever you sow
so shall you reap.
My second story is about 4 friends, namely Goyol, Izang, Chung, and Nandong. They are always there for each other, helping their parents on their farms.
Where have this young man gone to, eh? He knows you are supposed to go to my father's farm today and go and farm.
I told you this guy will not be around. I told you.
Goyal! Goyal, oh! It's like we'll just go because.
My friends, please, I can't go with you people to the farm today. My stomach is paining me. Since yesterday, I've been stooling and vomiting. I've not been able to hold anything in this my stomach since yesterday night.
Are you sure you are not playing any of those your tricks again? Goyal, the wise man. No. Let's not take it like that. No one chooses to be sick now. It just comes. Goyal. No problem. You can stay at home and rest. We'll go to the farm. You come with us next time. We'll just go to the farm. Come with us next time. Take good rest. Rest.
Get well soon,
Let's go. We need to go and start farming fast. Goodbye.
Izang, Nandong.
What is it again now?
I found a bag.
A bag?
A
bag in this one. Who must have kept a bag here? I don't know.
I think we should at least open it to know what is inside.
No.
It might help us.
What if something dangerous is inside?
This man, you fear too much. What could be dangerous in a bag as little as this?
Are you sure we should open it?
Open it.
Okay.
What am I seeing?
Where's my cap?
Who must be? This looks very expensive. Nandong.
Who must
Are you
have
sure
been
this
so
does
careless
not belong
keep-
to your father?
No.
Is it not your father's farm? Your father's farm?
It has been long there, my father.
How are you to know if it belongs to your father?
No, it's not my
Did
father.
you ask him? What should we do now? Because the person that kept this bag might return for it.
Someone careless must have kept this here.
What should we do? What do you think we should do?
I think we should bury it back.
Bury? Do you think that is going to work?
That's true.
Yeah.
We should bury it back and cover it very well so that people passing by will not know there's something such valuable in this nature.
And I think after burying it, we can go to the village and inform the villagers.
We'll go to the village and go and make announcement of any misplaced bag. Then by tomorrow, if anyone comes to claim it or not, then we'll take it to
the elders.
Yes, the elders.
Yes,
Take it to the elders.
It's true.
Yes.
Let's
cover
bury
it.
this very
Cover
well.
it.
I'm even afraid of touching it.
It's even shiny, no?
Hey.
Let's cover it. Use your
Shift. Kept something.
Hurry up.
That's valuable here. Hurry. Let's go.
Let me take
Calm down, boy. Besides, we took the best decision. Besides, we don't know if the owner of the property is going to come back for it.
Goyol, I can see you are very, very okay now that we are talking about money. It seems your stomach pain only lasted for the period you came this morning.
It's enough. It's enough. We have no time to talk about this again. We have much important things to do.
There's nothing more important to discuss here. Wait, so the three of you have decided to bury our wealth under the ground, waiting for the owner?
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. What if the owner comes back to look for his money? How will he be able to know we took it?
Listen, you don't get my point. The gods of this land have decided to bless our hard work and to make us rich. Hey, people just bury it there waiting for the owner.
You have nothing to worry about. You covered it very well. Nobody's going to suspect that we kept anything there.
Goyo, I don't believe the gods of our land will bless us by burying money in the bush.
Yes.
Besides, the money was found in my own farm. So I'm supposed to be the one talking about keeping the money, not you. We don't have time for this again. Let's talk about more important things. It's enough.
It's okay. Since the people said this, tomorrow I'll be very strong. In fact, I am even strong now. All the sickness disappeared like magic. Tomorrow we're going to the farm. Yes, we are going to the farm tomorrow. All right. I am very strong now. All right.
What are you doing here by this time of the day?
Baba, I'm here to get my blessings. Oh. My foolish friends found a bag filled with money and other good things. Do you know this boy started to bury this on the ground and go searching for things in search of the owner?
But, how sure are you that the blessings are yours? Huh? What if the owner comes back for it?
That is none of my business. If the owner can be this careless to misplace such a valuable item, that means he has no need for it. Look, instead of distracting me and talking too much, let me concentrate in finding this thing. Please.
Well, let me advise you. Go back home and do as you and your friends have agreed. I see. If you insist, the bag is over there.
So you know where the bag is and you didn't tell me. I don't blame you. Maybe this your brain is asleep. Due to your age. Thank you anyway. Baba, it seems the bag is so heavy. My hand cannot come out either. I think I'm stuck.
A dog that refuses to listen to the whistle of his master will always end up in the belly of the beast. I gave you the opportunity to do the right thing,
Baba.
but you refuse.
Baba.
I am the god of hard work. I came to reward you and your friends for working so hard during the past year.
Sir, please forgive me.
But you failed.
I should have listened to my friends.
But
please forgive me.
You will remain here
No,
till
please.
I return tomorrow.
Please forgive me, Papa. I should have listened to my friends. Please forgive me.
Even forgiveness has a price. I will come back tomorrow when your friends must have seen the kind of person that you are.
No, Papa, come back. Papa, help me. Please don't leave me here, Papa.
What are you doing here with the bag we told you about?
My friends, please come and help me. Come and help me.
I knew it. I knew it. Nobody believes me. That the way he was asking that question that day about that money, I knew he did not agree to what we discussed.
I came here yesterday.
As for me,
I met an old man who gave me this punishment. Actually, I came to carry the bag and keep the money for myself.
Then what happened?
Greedy man. The three of you refused for us to keep it. I'm stuck.
Greedy man. You are greedy man.
Yes, can you see?
Please come and help me.
God, after all what we talked about yesterday, you still have to come here and come and steal the money.
I now know why you said you very okay in the money.
No problem, we'll help you.
Your treat.
Let's
just help you. Not because of your life, oh. Hold the leg, hold the leg. Hold the leg. It's not coming out, oh. Let's try again. Let me hold the waist.
If I creep this place, I will not come back again.
Leave him, let him suffer some more.
Who is this? That's it, Papa, please. I beg you, Papa. That's it, Papa. Papa, please. Papa, please come and free my hand.
We never knew you would come here today.
Baba, please.
We
We're on our knees, Baba.
We never knew you would come here today.
This is what you have caused. This is what you have caused. Baba, please.
Okay, I will let him go.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Baba, thank you.
Thank you, Baba.
I just wanted you all to see him for who he truly is. I am a god of hard work. I came to reward you for working so hard.
Thank you,
during
Baba.
the past
Thank you,
year.
Baba. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
This was a test, but he failed.
See your life.
And for that reason, I will reward only the three of you.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Baba.
Split it into three. And let each of you have one.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
As for him, he will be poor for the rest of his life.
You see it?
You
Thank you, Baba.
My hand has come out. My hand has come out.
All right, children, as you can see, our second story had a great lesson. So what lesson did you learn from my second story? All right.
We should not be greedy.
Beautiful. Clap for her.
I learned that we should be honest with one another.
We should be honest with
one another.
We should be honest with
one another.
Can you clap for Daniela? I hope you enjoyed my beautiful stories tonight.
Yes,
It is time for Grandma to go and rest, right?
Yes.
Good night, children.
Good night.
NTA. You can't beat the rich.
I never get this kind of thing, or I hear it. Abuja Intraprojects Agency then called me because we are partner with them. They say we should come. There is a survivor fund that the government wanted to give technicians.
They capture everybody, including food seller in my own workshop.
When my chairman called me that there is parity something, that I should come and take my cash off, the money now come, and that money helped me a lot. As a widow, where there is no husband. So it's this thing that I used to help myself, and that money helped me and pay some of my children's school fees.
You don't reach almost 40-something years back where I did for this Nigeria. I never get this kind of thing, or I hear it.
It is only this government, President Muhammadu Buhari, likewise in Vice, that he recognized a mechanic